Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christina, and in today's video, I am going to be sharing one of my most requested videos, which I have actually been very hesitant to film and share for a variety of reasons, but here we are, and it is very late in the school year to be sharing this, but I am just going to share it anyway. And it is my 12th grade curriculum picks. I have a senior this year, which has been a lot for me to come to terms with. I still have not fully come to terms with this, and I do not have everything decided. So part of the reason why I was hesitant is because we had a lot of things that we were still choosing and deciding on for this school year. And I have a lot of things decided on, but there are some things that we still have not decided. And so I didn't want to share without it being complete. But it is the reality of how we homeschool. It is the reality of our style. We do lean into a lot of unschooling. If you've been around here, you know that. But we still also utilize a lot of books and curriculum. And so we have some things decided, like I said, and we have some ideas, and we have some things that we're going to decide as we go. And we are okay with that. I know that is not for everyone, especially not at this stage in the homeschooling game with it being a senior. I get so many questions about transcripts and college and all of those things, and we are just taking it one step at a time. I have a lot that I'm going to share with you today that we have planned that we're going to use. I have some ideas about other things that we may be using and that we're still deciding on, but I figured now is the time. I'm just going to go ahead and share with you where we're at and what we have planned. So for my senior this year, which is crazy, I'm going to start with the stuff that is decided and simple to share. The first one is something that I think I shared briefly on Instagram, but I don't think I ever shared over here, and that is our math curriculum for my senior. And we have chosen Consumer Math for Real Life from Not Consumed Ministries. It is a beautifully done math curriculum. It is comprehensive and engaging and user-friendly, and it is real world math. Middle of last year, my then still 16-year-old asked me, can we please stop with this math? Like, what is the point of this? We were at a place where I could no longer justify the necessity of him taking that math, other than it just being standard practice. And that is not why we homeschool. And at the same time, realizing that there was a lot of things that he still needed to learn. So I saw this and I thought, this is absolutely perfect. He recently started it. He is just a few lessons in, but he's really enjoying it. So I'm really excited about this. I will link this down below. This is from Not Consumed Ministries, and this is recommended for high school. So it says High School Practical Life Math. So really excited about that one. Language arts is something that we are doing somewhat unconventionally. We read a ton. He reads a ton independently. We read a ton together as a family, from picture books to chapter books, nonfiction, fiction, the Bible, all of it. And so he has a variety of books that he's currently reading that he'll be finishing up before we probably start any new ones. He's reading Patterns on the Wall. He's reading Hudson Taylor's missionary biography from the Christian Heroes Then and Now series, and I think one or two other books that he's currently reading. And so we are not going to jump into these just yet, but what he is going to be doing for language arts are actually just 2 honors level book studies from The Good and the Beautiful. I'm not sure if they still even have these. I bought these like 2 years ago. But he is going to be reading Little Men, and then it has the book study that goes along with it. And this focuses on vocabulary and writing and literary analysis, themes, all of that stuff. And so I'm really excited because these are some classics that I want him to read in his senior year anyway. But then I love how, because we're not technically using a language arts curriculum at all, this kind of is a happy medium. So he'll be doing some engaging with the books through these book studies from The Good and the Beautiful. The Good and the Beautiful does have 3 levels of language arts. We only did the first one, and then I decided it took him like 2.5 years because of the variety of other things that we do and our unconventional style and schedule of homeschooling. And what I did instead is I got him all of the books from level 2, but not the curriculum. So he could read the books because I thought they were great books. I think the curriculum is very comprehensive. It's incredible, but I just didn't feel the necessity to him to continue on with it. This, though, I feel is a perfect happy medium. So The other book that he's going to read is Pride and Prejudice. I really want to read this with him. So I don't know. I might get another copy, or we might do it as a read aloud, but probably not. I don't know. I'm really excited because this is one of my all-time favorites. But again, this also has the book study to go along with it. Now, he is not going to be starting these right away because what I realized is we should probably read Little Women first. And I think that we're just going to do as a read aloud as a family, no book study, not an independent read. We'll read Little Women as a family, and then he'll do Little Men and his book study, and then Pride and Prejudice and the book study that goes along with that. So that is going to be language arts for him. You will see that his curriculum is very literature heavy. He is going to be doing tons of reading this year, and so I think that is plenty in terms of like language arts. So I want to jump into this big box of curriculum and books that I have for him. I'm really excited about this stuff. Some things that I mentioned at the end of the video are some of the things that we're still deciding on, but I also want to mention that if you've seen me share read alouds that we're doing, like in our monthly recap and plans and goals videos, unit studies that we're doing, like our history curriculum that we're doing. I just did a video all about our history curriculum. So I'm not going to go through that, but we're using Middle Ages and Vikings from Gather Round Homeschool. We're also using the medieval history senior high version from Beautiful Feet Books. So that is definitely geared toward him. So we'll be doing a lot of that. We do not have a science curriculum. We will be continuing on with our nature studies and reading about archaeology and things related to biblical times and things related to biblical apologetics. And we will also be doing Intro to Psychology from Gather Round Homeschool, which I've been trying to get to for like 2 years now. We just haven't. So I do not have that in front of me. We will probably start that in a few months. But that is something that we are going to be doing in the science aspect of things. This box is from Generations Curriculum, which is brand new to us. I did share one of the things that we are doing as a family from them in my history video, and that was taking Europe for Jesus. And I am so excited to start that. And I also shared how I'll be using that whole series in the upcoming homeschooling year and years. And then I also shared that I got a bunch of other stuff that I would be sharing in today's video. So that is the rest of all of my things that I have to share, other than the things that I'm considering, which I'll share with you at the end. So, lots of books. And so I'm just gonna start with the first that is kind of like a textbook, I guess. And this is Worldview by Kevin Swanson, What We Believe, What They Believe, and Why They Are Wrong. So it takes a very strong stance. It says, get equipped now. Know the essentials of a Christian worldview. Only 1% of American millennials under 30 years of age have a biblical worldview. So this is going to dig deep into biblical worldview. So he is going to read this. We are going to discuss it. I may even read like the first chapter with him to really just get us going on it. But I'm really excited for this one. They have a bunch of high school curriculum, middle and high school curriculum from Generations. I'm going to link Generations down below. It was hard for me to choose. There was so much good stuff. Like I was looking for 10th through 12th grade resources on there. And just mixing and matching what I wanted to use, what I felt like was a good fit for him. I was very prayerful about what I chose. And then some of the things I'm actually going to be pulling in my 13-year-old on because he can definitely handle it. So Worldview is the main kind of, I guess it's not really a textbook, but I guess it'd be similar to a textbook. We're not really textbook people. This is something I am super excited about. This is called Kickstart Launch Your Life. Help your student launch into life now with clear vision through powerful mentoring relationships and real-life application. Designed for students 15 and up, this breakthrough self-study program includes 29 powerful training sessions on 4 DVDs, faculty of 7 leading businessmen and education experts, an in-depth companion guide and workbook, and a step-by-step personal launch planner. Topics include life vision, calling, character and fear of God, goal setting, time management, motivation, problem solving, networking, finding and engaging mentors, communication, deportment, asking questions, job shadowing, interviewing, getting jobs and opportunities, and entrepreneurship. So I'm really excited about this. And then we have the DVD lessons that go along with it. Pumped for this one. I just feel like it is such a great thing to be thinking about at this age for him moving forward. also from Generations, also part of their homeschool high school curriculum selections. Part of why I'm still deciding on other things is because originally we planned on doing either or both Foundations in Personal Finance for High School by Dave Ramsey. We did that middle school curriculum, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago with both him and my 13-year-old, who was like, I guess 10 at the time. And I've always planned on circling back around and doing the high school version. We may still do that. There's also an entrepreneurship curriculum from Dave Ramsey that I was considering doing. And Gather Round Homeschool also has an entrepreneurship curriculum. So I'm still deciding on like personal finance, entrepreneurship, if I'm going to do them or not. I think I need to dig a little deeper into his math curriculum to see if it would be too repetitive, and then also see if it would be too repetitive with this Kickstart, because it almost seems like this is going to touch on that as well. So 3 more books that he is going to be doing. This one I also had my 13-year-old in mind, The Tattooed Jesus. What would the real Jesus do with pop culture? So I'm really interested to read this one. I might read this with them. That's the hard thing, is because I want to read all the books too. The Mortification of Sin, Dealing with Sin in Your Life. And then The Holy War by John Bunyan. He has read The Pilgrim's Progress. My 13-year-old is currently reading The Pilgrim's Progress, so I thought we would either all 3 read this together, or my 16-year-old will read this and then pass it off to my 13-year-old. I like when they read the same books, even if it's not at the same time, because it's so cool hearing them have these connections and discussions about curriculum. He's also doing a lot of things that are building him as a person that are not curriculum. So he is currently like I don't even know what you'd call it, like restoring, revitalizing, reconstructing my husband's old car. So he has a car that he is like painting and taking apart and modifying and all of these things. He also is working. He's also volunteering at church. He's also part of the leadership program for youth at our church and very involved in our youth group. And so that is everything that I have to share. I will update you guys as the school year goes on, as we add things. And I will also possibly do a video when I start worrying about transcript. I am kind of like a procrastinator. I know some of you are like asking me for years now about transcripts. I'm not worried about it. I know how to describe what we've done in a way that fits a transcript, if you know what I'm saying. So I will update you as the school year goes on, things we add, how things are going, if we remove anything. But I wanted to share with you what our current plans are for 12th grades, since I keep getting questions about it both here and on Instagram and over in the Made to Homeschool community. If you're not over there, you should be. It is an online homeschool community curated by homeschool moms for homeschool moms. I will link Made to Homeschool down below. You can get a free 1-week trial to see if it's a good fit for you or not. If you're not already following me over on Instagram, you can follow me there at rooted_homelife. Let me know if you have any similar plans for any of your high schoolers. If you have high schoolers, if you've graduated high schoolers, tell me all the things, ask me all the questions, give me all of the advice down in the comments below. I hope to see you soon in one of my next videos, and until next time, stay rooted.